Hi, isn't this such a good lighting? I love this lighting. I'm near a window. By the way, the window is right there. So yeah, I don't know about the background, but hey. Oh, the aircon suddenly. Okay. Anyway, so for today's video, I was thinking about like the other day kan, I suddenly like teringat my friends from primary school. And you know, like suddenly teringat lah, you know, like friends who does my hair look whatever. This is what my hair looks like when I'm at home. So I don't dress up or anything with the videos. I just, you know, put the camera there and then whatever. I'm still in like whatever this is. Anyway, so the other day I'm thinking about some of my friends from primary school, and that's such like, I guess it's quite a random thing to do, like when you suddenly think about your friends, kan? But I did, you know. I don't know what triggered me lah to suddenly think about them. But this week has been a week of when my university, my faculty has this thing called awards night and screening. Sorry if you can hear the birds outside. Hi birds. Basically what it is I think it's every end of the semester. I think like every end of the semester we have this thing where we will screen the films, because I'm in filmmaking, by the way, cinematic arts, just saying. I'm studying to become a filmmaker. So basically like we have these days of watching the films that the students made in that semester. So I'm watching what my seniors made. By the way, I just finished my first semester of foundation. 2 more to go and then I'm in degree. And then at the end of it, which is actually tomorrow, so I think we've had 4 days of screening. Today is day 4. The first session is already done. Later is the second session. I'm a film now. And tomorrow is the awards night, where the best silent short film or the best whatever, you know, they give awards to the students. Sorry, I baru makan lunch, yogurt dengan banana. And then like the students will give speech or whatever. This is my first ever screening and awards night, and it's been really good. Like, it's fun, and there's a Q&A. It's supposed to be like, obviously if it's on real life, they will be like on stage, but because of the online thing, we're doing an online live stream and whatever, and it's been pretty good. So basically, I think that's what triggered me to suddenly think about my friends, because I've been watching these short films from my seniors, which are all so good, and I guess some of them had a feeling of nostalgia, especially the cinematic poetries. And I don't know what exactly triggered me lah, but I suddenly started to think about some of my friends from primary school, and a few names came to mind. Actually, I'm gonna tell you. One is, I think the first one that I remember was Caroline. I will explain more about these people later. Another one is Katrina, and then today I suddenly ingat Era and Clarissa, and you know, these people who I've forgotten for years. I've forgotten them. Actually, not Caroline. Recently, I tried to like find her on FB. I can't find her anymore, and it's just weird to think about. There are people in your life who you never thought one day you won't meet again. You know, like when you were in primary school, did you really think that, you know, one day you won't see your friends again? I guess when you were in primary 6, it kind of crossed your mind, you know, because we might not be together in Form 1, but did you ever really think about when you were playing with them during PJ and stuff like that? Did you really think about that? And it's just weird because like I was thinking about them, and I remember like random things from my time with them. Like I remember Katrina. Okay, let's talk about Katrina. I really miss her. She was my friend in primary 5, and she was from the beginning. Like she came into my class in primary 5. And she only stayed with me in primary 5. I think primary 6 she pindah sekolah, you know. It's kind of sad. She was so nice. And she, like from the beginning, from when she masuk my class, she was so nice to me. I don't know why, she was so nice to me. And we were prefect together, and she was a nice person. And I remember like simple things like she had a crush on someone, and I had a crush on someone, and I even like nicknames for them so that no one will know which one we were talking about. You know, that kind of thing. And she was very nice. I really miss her a lot. And then Caroline was someone who was my friend in primary 6, and the thing is, like, she used to be like Katrina, she used to be like in a different class before that, and then she only joined my class during a certain year, you know. And so in primary 6 she joined my class, and I'm angry. And I remember how we met. I went into the class on the first day of school in primary 6, and I guess I came a little bit late. Number one mistake is everyone tries to come early on the first day again so that you can like choose your seat. I came late on the first day of primary 6. I'm not sure why, but I came in late. okay, to my 6A class. And I masuk, and then like there's no more place to sit, you feel me? Like everyone already take the place, and I can't even sit with my friends or whatever, and they're all sitting like together already and stuff like that. And then my friend said, then Caroline, and Caroline was the only one who like had a place next to her. She was on the right, and I said, and no, she was on the left, I think, I don't know. But we were on the paling left front of the class. And then so I was like, oh, because you don't want to sit with someone that you don't know, kan? So I went to sit with her lah, and I remember like I went to sit with her, and we don't know each other, and then I remember like I like kena her kaki, and she moved her kaki, you know, when you like don't know someone and you're like, you know. And then in the end we actually became really close friends, and I don't know how it happened. It's just like so weird. Do you remember when you became friends with someone? Like, you remember when you met, but when did you become friends? Do you remember? Do you ever think about that? When did you become friends with someone? That's something that's crazy, because you don't really remember, kan? You don't remember that specific moment, you're my friend, you know, you don't really remember that. But me and Caroline, we became good friends, you know, and really close friends. So it was a good decision that everyone else in a seat got taken, and she's the only one left, because we actually became really, really, really close friends. I remember like she gave me fish. Yes, people, she gave me fish because she had like a few pets or something. I don't know, her life was interesting. And I asked her to give me some of her fish. It was like super small, so she brought them to school inside a container, inside a plastic bag. And then I went home and kept the fish, and in the end I released them inside the drain because I didn't really want to take care of them anymore. So anyway, and then another person I remember is Era. Oh, by the way, what happened to Caroline? You asked. You didn't ask, but I'm gonna tell you. Is she pindah somewhere near the end of primary 6. She pindah. She said she was gonna pindah to a school called St. Elizabeth School, St. Victoria, St. Elizabeth, I think. I don't know, but yeah, that was the end of it. I didn't even get to stay with her for a full year, but we became very close friends during that time. So she didn't even sit for UPSR with me. She went to sit for UPSR in the St. Elizabeth School or whatever, you know. And so yeah, that's what happened. So both Katrina and Caroline, Katrina was in primary 5, Caroline was in primary 6. So they only stayed with me for like 1 year, and then they pindah, you know. Why do good friends have to leave? Next person I'm gonna talk about, and this is, I know you guys are like, why are you telling me about all this? Well, I'm gonna get to the point of this video later, okay? So this next person I want to talk about is called Era Ashira. And I remember this girl, she was, I think, half Malay, half Dayu, I think so. And she was, how the people I tell you, I think Era is the most interesting one. I knew her since primary 2 or primary 3. And she was with me for at least until primary 6, I think. And so she's the only one, I mean, out of these 3 people who I'm talking about, she actually stayed with me a few years. And Era was an interesting one, because not many people liked her. And part of it, I think she was like a bit naughty, a bit rough also. I remember that time, so she chonteng someone's baju. That's not a nice thing to do, but yeah, that's what she did. And she made that girl cry. But I mean, I kind of always knew that Era wasn't a bad person, even though everyone hated her. Not many people liked her, to be honest, because she was so rough and whatever. But for some reason, I have this knack for liking people who people don't like. Also, last time also something like this happened in Girls Brigade. There was this girl, sorry, I'm going off topic, but I remember like there was this girl called Erica when I was a junior in Girls Brigade, and no one liked her, and I was like her only friend. I don't know. So anyway, I like Era. You know, I thought she was interesting, and she was funny, and yeah, I got why people didn't like her, but I mean, she was always nice to me, and we were good friends. I remember she was a bit weak in maths, so I had to teach her, and my teacher asked me to teach her. She assigned like different people to be like teachers for like the weaker students. So I was the guru kecil. That's what she called it, my teacher. That's what she called guru kecil for Era. So Era, I don't really remember what happened to us, like to the friendship, but I remember I like her very much, and I kind of miss her, to be honest. I don't remember if she stayed until primary 6, like she stayed with my friend, or did she pindah or whatever, but she was the one, she stayed a few years. And where are you now? And also, I mean, there's random memories of other friends. And I remember there was my friend Clarissa, and I think Azila, who I used to always eat at Rehat. You know, we always eat together kind of thing. And Clarissa actually stayed until secondary school. We went to the same secondary school together also. But you know, the point of this video is when I was thinking about these people, especially Caroline and Katrina, those two were such dear friends to me, and I really wish we were still friends today, you know, but I no idea where they are. I cannot find them on FB and stuff like that. It's just, and that's the thing I want to talk about, is that at some point someone disappeared from your life and you didn't realize it, you know. At some point things just stopped and you never saw it coming, and you also maybe didn't even realize, you know. And sometimes I wonder, do you guys ever wonder like what happened to your classmates? Because they're still somewhere out there, you know, where you don't know where, kan? It's just a weird thing. Like, these are people who I used to see every day, or maybe Monday to Friday, you know. Monday to Friday, every day. I mean, Monday to Friday. What kind of every day is that? You know, Monday, every weekday. And when the weekend came, I knew I will see them again on Monday, kind of thing. And then, like, now I'm like, where are they in the world? You know, and some of them I know. Some of them I know what happened to them. Like, there's this girl who used to be my friend in primary school. So now I know that she is, I think she's married and she has kids. And then there's, you know, some other people who, like, I still have contact with on FB, so I kind of know what happened to them. But then there are some people who just disappear, you know. And it's just such a weird thing to think about, because last time, like, seeing these people were just a part of your life every week. They were a part of your life every week. To see them every day at school was part of your life, and you couldn't really imagine anything other than that, you know. And it's so weird because it's only like almost at the end of seeing them, then you realize that you might never see them again. Like in primary 6, you know, and people are like, oh, we might not see each other again. But then again, it doesn't really dawn on you, you know. It's only like after that, like maybe years after that. It's been how many years since I left primary school, you know. I left, okay, UPSR 2014, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 7 years since I left primary school. And now only it's dawned on me that out of those, like, I don't know how many people I had in my class, maybe around 40, 37. And how many of my friends from my primary school are still my friends until now? I'm gonna count. This one literally stayed like in the same class with me until Form 5, and we're still close now. That is amazing. I have a few others who I still know from primary school who like stayed with me until secondary school. You know, I think that's the one that you remember. It's because they stayed with you until secondary school. You know, you same. But the rest of them, I remember some pindah to other school. Some went to the same secondary school as me, but then pindah. You know, that kind of thing. And some of them I just didn't realize they disappeared. You know, and it's just weird because, like, you never realize when someone is going to disappear. And it's just, sometimes I think about my classmates last time. Like, what happened to you guys? You know, like, what are you doing now? Where are you in the world? Are you still in the same town as me? Do you move to another part of Malaysia? And like now, even like especially now that I'm like in university, you know, are you guys in university? Like, are you working? Where are you now? Especially Katrina and Caroline, like, what do you even look like now? Because the way I see you is the way I see you 7 years ago, you know. That's the last image I have of you. And that's crazy because the last image that they have of me is probably the same thing 7 or 8 years ago. That's the last thing they remember of me. We could meet each other right now and might not even recognize each other, kind of thing. Because the last time we saw each other was like, you know, 11, 12 or so, and now we're like 19, you know. And it's just weird what time does to you, and what time does to the people, you know. It's just something to think about, you know. Like, you could meet each other and not know each other, because the last thing, all you know about each other, it all stopped like 7 years ago. You don't know anything after that. You might never even connect again. Even if you met and if you talk, it might not be the same, or it could be the same. You never know. And that's just the wonder of time, you know. Like, time doesn't wait, you know. Time doesn't wait for you. And the people who are close to you right now might not be the same people you're close to like 5 years later, or the people who you're not close to now might be the closest friends you have 5 years from now. And that's just crazy because in just 5 years so much can change without you realizing it. And it's weird because you don't realize it as it is happening. You know, I didn't realize that I was losing, like, you know, I had friends disappearing from my life until it's like 7 years later, you know. And then I think like, oh, what happened to you guys? This is weird because they're probably also thinking of me, or they probably forgot all about me. They're probably classmates who I used to be close to and I totally forgot about. I don't know. One thing that's for sure is I really hope I can find friends like Caroline and Katrina again, because we were so close and they were good friends. Caroline was a bit annoying, always minta credit kind of thing. But where can I find friends like that again, you know? Anyway, that is it for this video. I'm so sorry if they're so random or so long or whatever. It's just something that I've been thinking about, and I post a lot of random thoughts on this channel. So anyway, yeah. I upload every single Saturday, so you can come back here every single Saturday. And yeah, that's it. God bless your day, your week, your month, your year, your life. God bless you and your family. Don't forget, Jesus loves you very much. One last thing. That was the most like quiet and fastest outro I ever said.